This press briefing came after the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the government of the Gambia and Africa 50 for asset recycling to manage and operate the Senegambia bridge, which attracted an avalanche of public reaction on social media. In a joint press conference attended by the Ministers of Finance, Works and Information, officials outlined the terms and conditions of the agreement and defended the outcome of the project as positive.
It is not a sale, because in a sale transaction, the number one criteria is title will change. There will be a consideration that you will receive as a seller, and the buyer will get title. And it's not a mortgage, because the one important difference between a mortgage and a securitization is in a mortgage, at the end of the mortgage life, the asset is yours as the buyer, as the mortgage, as the one who benefits from the mortgage transaction. As the institution who is going into that, you technically sell, but then you will hold on to the title. But the title will be the name of the tenant or the landowner, and the title will pass at the end of the mortgage term. So the very important distinction is we are not doing anything like that. This is a nationally strategic and significant asset, and there is no way the government will undertake a process to sell a strategic asset like this.
Africa 50 was established by African governments and the African Development Bank to help bridge Africa's infrastructure funding gap by facilitating project development, mobilizing public and private sector finance, and investing in infrastructure on the continent. Defending the agreement and the benefits it will generate for the government in its development aspiration, the Minister of Finance, C.D. Keita, postulated that the agreement will promote a reliable and credible payment system and improve management of toll systems and assets.
We are not dealing with a private company who may be driven by a private motive. We are dealing with a development partner, just like we deal with the European Investment Bank, the World Bank, the IDB, and other development partners. These are partners in development, and their focus is on infrastructure. Africa 50 is owned by 31 shareholders. The largest shareholder is the African Development Bank, and the chairman of the board of directors of Africa 50 is the president of the African Development Bank. Then the other 30 shareholders are African countries, of which Gambia is a member. So we are going to an institution which is an international institution who are development partners, and that's why we have chosen them, because they are the infrastructure arm of African Development Bank.
Responding to a series of questions, Minister Keita and Sillah stated that the agreement is neither based on mortgage nor privatization and will in no way affect the current staff of the bridge currently on the payroll of the Accountant General.
Currently, all the staff that are at the Senegambia bridge actually are on the payroll of the government of the Gambia under the Accountant General's department. Now, if Africa 50 takes over, and assuming that they want to proceed with a certain number of staff, of course, as a government, we have to look at the technical capacity of the existing staff. And if an assessment is done and they are actually fit to be employed, of course, I mean, they will be absorbed. If not, then, they are already permanent staff of the Accountant General's department, so there is no loss.
Opened in January 2019, the Senegambia bridge serves as an economic and strategic link connecting the northern and southern parts of both the Gambia and Senegal and other ECOWAS countries. Baaba Sillah, GRTS.